Hi, friends. I will just wait here awkwardly like I always do. I wasn't planning on going live tonight because the hellfires have been burning within. And, oh, I got a notification from my own live stream. That's exciting. Just gonna wait for some of you to arrive. Oh, 3 people. Hello. Deo, Deo. All right, I have to choose. All messages are visible. Hi, music by Alana. Am I saying that right? Oh, thanks for the likes too, you guys. All right. Leave an emoji about how you feel about Netflix right now. Hi, Barbie. So I was actually just trying to make a video about this, and my iPhone has been saying that I don't have enough space to make a video, so I cleared off pretty much everything, and it still said I didn't have enough space. And I removed some apps, and it still said I didn't have enough space. So I'm really irritated about that. And I can't use my tablet right now. Apparently the charging cord is broken, and I have to go replace that. At first I thought the tablet was dead because it's been having problems charging. So now I need to look into, hey, Music Logic / baby. Now I need to look into whether an iPhone has a extra storage card thingy. I'm really knowledgeable about technology. But okay, here you go. You might be aware of the controversy with Netflix deciding to stream a movie called Cuties, which just fills me with rage because my own daughter, she just turned 12, and the age of these girls in this show, they're 11. And anyway, so I was trying to make this video, and hey, Kelly, yeah, it's a long story, but I ended up with an iPhone. That's how, hey, Mystic, I'm glad you feel the same way. So back in August, Netflix put out a poster for the show Cuties, and people were already outraged about that. So Netflix should have taken some time to decide if they really wanted to play this or not. And they were saying, oh, the poster misrepresented the movie, and really it's meant to like shine a light on child exploitation. But hi, DJ, you can't make a movie about child exploitation by exploiting children. And yesterday I told my family I have to cancel Netflix. I can't stand for this. You need more volume? I don't know how to make myself louder. So, can you hear me now? Hi, Banana Peaches. So when I told Sabrina, she cried. She started talking about how she couldn't watch her Barbie movies anymore. And that just made me feel more angry at Netflix. Like, nice job, Netflix. And they have all sorts of shows that I find immoral that I wouldn't want to watch. But I felt like, well, this type of thing over here is something that adults can decide whether they want to watch or not. But when it comes to something that I feel legally falls under, there's words I'm trying to avoid here, that is distribution of a certain type of material, there's yeah, Mystic. They're still defending it. They're still saying it won an award at Sundance. Well, one of the co-founders of Sundance they were charged with abusing a 10-year-old. So that really kind of means nothing, and Netflix really should have taken, hi John, they should have taken into account how the majority of their customers felt about the poster alone. Deo, kids from the 90s. Okay, so the trailer itself was actually tame, but then this video clip was going around Twitter yesterday that showed a dance scene, and hi Carol, it was horrifying. And then is it IMDb, IMBD? I can never remember how exactly that goes. I had parent guides that listed things in it that were just outrageous, and then the people started to edit that and make it sound not as bad as it was. So anyway, there were people who you could say, hey, look at this clip, it really is this bad. There are still people saying, oh, well, I don't feel comfortable judging the movie just from one clip. So I was about to make this video where, hey, I got this plate of brownies, and some of them have poop in them, and some of them don't. Some of them are really good, actually. And I don't feel comfortable judging this whole plate of brownies just because, you know, like maybe one or two of the brownies have poop in them. You know, I was going to make a fun, sarcastic video. The whole purpose of movie trailers is so people can make a decision about whether they want to see a movie or not. Right? We make decisions all the time about whether we want to see a movie. You look at the trailer and go, no, I'm going to pass. So, yeah. But I didn't make brownies for nothing. My family will eat brownies. So, let me catch up on comments. This screen is smaller than my tablet, and so the comments are going faster. I feel like, oh dear, I don't know how to say your name. UJ. Uj, I don't know. Sorry, I'm clueless. Hi, Heather, Eric, Kelly, Terry, Scott. Okay, Master Tech Paul. Didn't you just tell me your name the other day, or am I thinking of someone else? Did you say your name is Dito? Dito? I might be thinking of someone else. Sometimes people will come to a premiere and they say, this is what my real name is. But I'm starting to lose track. Also, I'm less than, well, last I looked, I'm less than 20 subscribers away from 25,000. So that's really exciting. And I would have preferred to maybe make a meaningful video about 9/11 today, but I've just been on fire about Netflix's decision, and yeah, so I canceled yesterday, and tons of people there's like an optional box where you can check why you're leaving, and many people are saying that Cuties is material of a certain nature. So the movie was made in France, and you know, maybe they have different laws over there. So when I went to Austria when I was 15, they would play stuff at like 8 o'clock at night that had a lot of people with no clothing and stuff. And there was also a commercial with a mother and daughter playing the piano with no clothes on. And you're thinking, what the heck is this commercial about? I don't even remember anyone talking. If they were, it would have been in German. But finally they stop and take a bite of yogurt. It was a yogurt commercial. So, yeah, Europe can be really weird about that kind of stuff. So, if some of the things in that are legal in France, it is not legal here from the things I've heard, and I'm not going to go watch the movie. To multiple people have said, hey, I watched this movie, so you don't have to. I don't really like to talk much about what happened in it, just because it's so wrong. So, anyway, I feel like the loudest message we can send Netflix is just to cancel our memberships. I heard their stock has gone down a lot already. What is the movie about? Well, it's an interesting question, because the description has changed multiple times. The director says it's meant to shine a light on how girls are, I don't know, being exploited in our culture and how they're learning things online, that sort of thing. I feel like if you want to raise awareness about that, then make a documentary, talk to experts. People have said, well, there are slasher movies and, you know, those are really horrible and graphic and violent. Yeah, when you make a horror movie, no one's actually getting murdered. It's fake blood. It probably doesn't scar anyone for life, but the girls really are dancing in the way that they are, and twerking and other things. And the most disturbing thing to me, like what sent it over the top for me, was that the camera angles. They have close-ups of girls' regions while they're doing things. There was no need. No. There's no excuse for that. And I don't care if the rest of the movie was possibly amazing, which I hear it's not. That's inexcusable. And those girls are going to have to look back at that and go, wow, why did my parents let me do that? And plus I read that they spent 6 months auditioning like 650 girls for those roles. So, yeah. It's kind of good I didn't make a video yesterday, because, yeah, I was seriously enraged. Okay, Deo says, the synopsis says, 11-year-old Amy starts to rebel against her conservative family's traditions when she becomes fascinated with a free-spirited dance crew. And yeah, they've changed the description. It's actually about a girl whose family is Muslims. Oh, Jen, you are correct. Things like dance moms, they should be taken off the air. And a lot of people have said, oh, well, what's wrong with cuties when there's toddlers and tiaras and there's dance moms? I'm like, thanks for pointing that out. I don't think anything like that should be allowed. I've never watched dance moms or toddlers in tiaras. I've always been very put off by pageants in general, but especially pageants for small children. Hi, Lindabug. Lindabug says TikTok should go too. Yeah, that basically comes down to parental supervision and letting your young kids have smartphones. So, yeah, I've been in my room for quite a while just trying to make a video about this, and it just wasn't working out. I didn't bring any water in here with me, so I don't know how long I'm gonna do this. Hi, Drop Bear. um, I don't know, if you were to make a movie about self-harm and that sort of thing, you don't actually have people engage in self-harm, right? And, you know, my daughter, she's 12. She's slightly older than these girls in the movie, and that's a horrifying thought. And, you know, they feel like they need to raise awareness about this, but I think people are pretty aware of what's going on in our culture. So anyway, the main character is a Muslim girl, and her mom is upset because her husband is going to Senegal to get a second wife. And the girl's dealing with that, and she's also dealing with living in France and trying to make friends, wanting to be cool and that sort of thing, and ends up with running with the wrong crowd and take things over the top. Oh, I feel like I'm missing something here. Hi, Strider. Yeah, the JonBenet Ramsey thing was very disturbing. Yeah, so due to the experiences that I've gone through in my life, the idea that this movie is on Netflix now that appeals to sickos. And, you know, someone said, well, but, you know, these guys will use anything. It doesn't matter what you're wearing. Yeah, I'm aware of that. So, me and my sister and a friend, we were playing hide and seek at Gasworks Park in Seattle years ago. And this guy rode up on his bike. We were already in the building with these, it's a fun covered area with colorful pipes. And so he comes in, he's wearing his bike shorts and stuff. And of course he decided to do something very awful while watching us. So had nothing to do with the way we were dressed or anything like that. But thankfully, I didn't look at him. I noticed him out of the corner of my eye, and I had a bad feeling. And then my sister's friend said, "Hey, come on, let's go outside now." And once we got outside to our mom and our mom's friend, she said, "Dude, that guy was doing you know what back there." And this is before people had cell phones and stuff. Otherwise, would have, I'm sure, called the police immediately. So we left the park, and my mom told a group of skaters what happened, and I doubt they caught up to the guy. But yeah, it's a very creepy feeling knowing that someone has decided to look at you and do that. And that's not all. So anyway, yeah, my main point is I just wanted people to be aware that Netflix has decided to keep on praising the show, and they're just really not listening to the customers. I mean, they must be locked in some sort of contract they maybe feel like they can't get out of, but they never should have entered it in the first place. And there is a representative in Texas who is asking the Attorney General to actually investigate whether Netflix is actually violating laws by distributing it. So that's it. I've calmed down a lot since yesterday. So when I told my older kids that we were going to cancel Netflix, they were at first disappointed, and I just showed them like the smallest amount of the dancing, and Andrew immediately agreed, "Oh yeah, Netflix has to go." And Carmen too, she said she didn't want to look. So, yeah. Yeah, I said to friends yesterday, I'm like, if this is okay with people, maybe we deserve a pandemic and fires and all the other horrible things and, you know, murder hornets. And, you know, there are lots of shows that I like on Netflix that I don't know if I can get anywhere else. But it's worth it. I thought to myself, is a TV show really more important than taking a stand for girls who were not protected by their parents from being in this movie? Hi, Realistic Penguin. Yes, we were talking about that. So, I know a lot of people feel differently, and people are actually politicizing it, saying that it's conservatives who are against it. No, I've seen many people are outraged on both sides. Hi, Goat. Hi, James. Yes, it is disgusting. Hi, Queen Bean. Sorry, I'm just reading some comments now. And Barbie says, this is not to shine a light. This is damage control and no one is buying it. Yeah, I was reading that when the movie was first released, like for Sundance, the director was interviewed and she didn't actually say anything about this is to raise awareness or anything. So I don't know what to think. Oh, John looks like he's throwing up. There is, it might be on Prime. My husband found Little House on the Prairie, and it's great to watch that because it's so wholesome and actually still entertaining for us. So and there's even stuff on Disney Plus that I can't remember what was on Disney Plus, but you know, Disney has bought stuff that isn't really 100% child friendly. Hi, TikTok. Hey, Leah. I don't think I ever watched the Waltons. Hi, Marianne. She says, a site here just added Avonlea. You mean Anne of Avonlea? Linda Bug, you canceled Disney Plus too. So my son actually bought a membership to Disney Plus, and now he's going to be going to college, and he's not going to have the money for it anymore. So we'll see what happens. It does have lots of things Sabrina likes to watch, so I think that would help her with missing Netflix. Yeah, Prime Video does have quite a few things. I don't feel like the kids shows are, I don't feel like it has as great a variety, but the show Psych actually moved to Prime, and we love that. So I think what we're gonna do is we're just gonna kind of slowly buy shows just for like our Prime library, so we don't have to worry about shows disappearing. So we'll just put things on our Christmas list, and like our teenagers love The Office, and that's on Netflix. So of course they're not going to be happy about that. Oh, Little Piece is here. Hi, Little Piece. And we're also having kind of a poopy day because we have a big plume of smoke that is blown in. The next town over from us had a couple fires. I think at least one of those was Arson. Those got put out. I have a cousin who is 3 blocks away from an evacuation area, so she's packed up and ready to go at any time. So not only are we still supposed to stay away from people, now we have to stay inside because the air quality is so bad. So, hi Tim, how are you? Barbie. These are Ghirardelli brownies that I made. All right, I need to get a better chair. This is the most uncomfortable chair in the world. It's actually it's an antique sewing stool. My husband was gonna, he was gonna sell this, what do you call it? It's like a little sewing table. But then he brought it up to our bedroom. It's been up here for a long time. And whenever I come in here to make a video, I just sit on the sewing stool because it's kind of a pain to drag things up and down the stairs. And like I could use my husband's drum chair, but then he'll go to play the drums and where's my drum chair? Little piece made for antique bottoms. Kylo Ren, you built a flamethrower for less than $400? Wow, I'm not really aware of how expensive flamethrowers are. Alright, I'm trying to scroll back, it's not working very well. Queen Bean, yes, we are going through enough without fires. You're correct. I have a friend who got stuck on Highway 167. Hey Strider, thank you. And yeah, they were gone for Labor Day weekend and coming back from camping or something, and they got stuck on the highway because this idiot decided to set the median on fire. And here they had school starting the next day, so that was really irritating. And that guy, some people are saying that he's an anarchist, but I went to his Facebook page and this guy that works with him says he's just a guy who likes to tag along. Just anytime there's craziness going, he likes to join in. So he says he's not an anarchist, although he was arrested in, I think, 2015 or something. He was at a riot and he had various weapons with him that he wasn't supposed to have. So that's the guy who set the median on fire, and he actually was live streaming it and trying to act like he was the one who called it in. And that's the funny thing with arsonists, is they don't ever leave the scene. They have to like watch their handiwork. So stupid. So when the police saw him, one of the officers recognized him because he had been by another brush fire. I love dumb criminals. Dumb criminals are my favorite kind of criminals. And in Graham, Washington, which is pretty close to some friends of ours, there were 8 houses that burned down. I'm not sure if that one if the cause has been determined or not, but there was another house in Graham where they have video footage through their surveillance of someone setting their field on fire and driving away. So quite a few of these are arson. It's really kind of enraging. And you know, we have this pit area behind our house. You've probably seen it in some of my videos or maybe live streams. it's like it's a retention pond, and I'm sure that's probably plenty dry. And there's like some woods behind there where our son Eric liked to go exploring and stuff. So, hey Eric, are there fires in Australia again? So, I didn't say hi to you, Winter. There, yeah, we've just really had our, I think our quota of stressful things already. And now we have our kids doing online school. And okay, so in Carmen's room, she doesn't have a real desk. So she has this old dresser from when our oldest was a baby, and it has a thing that unfolds, which is a changing table. And so she unfolds that and uses it as a desk. And it's too high to sit in a normal chair, so she's sitting on this hard stool, and she's like on her Chromebook there in her room for I think close to 6 hours every day. And they do get breaks and stuff, and it's nice to see my kids for lunch. I kind of like that. But oh gall. And then Andrew, in one of his classes, they had two kids show up with the same name, and the teacher missed that somehow, and one of them didn't turn their camera on. And when she asked the other one, oh, will you turn on your camera? He said, I can't, I'm in the drive-through. And then he started verbally abusing her. He was calling her an effing B, called her the N-word, and just was on a tirade. And then she had to shut the class down. And I've been hearing that this is happening at all sorts of schools. So that is one downside of Zoom school. Yeah. And I don't know if the classes are recorded or not. I thought I heard something about them recording classes for in case anyone missed it, because sometimes people's internet goes out. And we also had crazy wind come in with the smoke, and our lights were flickering. And I know some people in the area lost power, which makes online school a little more difficult. I really feel bad for people who live out in the sticks, who already have trouble with their internet in general, and then you have to have like all of your kids on it at the same time. Penguin, yeah, it's a good question. I don't really know what they're doing for kids who don't have internet. Oh, Queen Bean, yeah, I've heard of that happening too, where the kids decide to put nasty pictures on the screen and stuff. Yeah, I don't get people. Drop Bear, the world has gone mad. There are some things that just should not even be a debate, and things that just shouldn't even exist, you know? I hear my neighbor's dogs barking. They're really cute. They're tiny, what are they? I don't remember what they're called, but they're really cute. Oh, Drop Bear says one of the huge fires in Australia was a druggie tending to his weed crop. Oh my gosh. Hi, Nate. You think your laptop needs more RAM? Okay, does anyone know if you can add, if iPhones have a storage thing? Mine's wrapped up inside its tight-fitting case right now. I need to go get a new charging cord for my tablet so I can not worry so much about if I have enough space to talk to a scammer or not. All right, comments are disappearing. yes, I think a lot of the teens, their parents just go to work, and so they get in trouble while they're supposed to be doing their online schooling. Sorry if I've missed saying hi to anyone. Hi, Sea Cruise. Sea Cruise, they caught people setting fires. Which state? Oh, Marianne, I do watch Trilogy Media sometimes. I don't ever approach big channels and ask to collab. It makes me feel uncomfortable. It just has a feeling of, I don't know, like I'm approaching them and saying, hey, can you give my channel a boost? And, yeah. Oh, Shirley, hi. They caught the arsonists in Oregon. One of my friends in Oregon, she had to evacuate. What is Ashland close to? Because that sounds familiar. And she lives like up, yeah, I think that's actually where she lives. She lives in the sticks, and there, 2 towns burned down. Oh my gosh. So my friend Kimberly, she saw this light blinking up on this mountain, and she was pretty sure it was an SOS signal, and she tried calling the sheriff and was like blown off, and I think she kept pestering them because this light was doing the same pattern for a long, long time. And it turned out it was like a pot house, and they had some sort of light that had a couple settings, and one of them, it was an SOS setting. The sheriff finally went up there, and I don't even know if it was legal there or not. The way she told the story was so funny. And okay, I have to tell you something my husband had happen at work. He found a bag of drugs and he took it to the police station across the street. And this person came, I don't know how long later, and she was looking really sad, looked like she was looking for something. And my husband finally said, can I help you? And she said, no. And he goes, are you looking for something? And she goes, yes, actually. Was it a bag of drugs? And she said, yes, it was. And he goes, oh, okay. Well, it's right over there at the police station. And then she went, oh. And then what do you think she did next, you guys? Can anyone guess what she did next? She walked over to the police station. Because people on drugs are smart. She did. She went to the police station. Yep. True story. Sometimes he has really funny stories. one time I got to go for a ride-along. Everybody should experience a ride-along. Actually, they say it's the curse of the rider that if you have a rider with you that day, nothing interesting will happen. Nate, she did ask for the drugs back, but I'm not sure how that turned out for her. So while on the ride along, there was a call that there were some people sitting in a car doing drugs behind, or they were smoking marijuana. And this was before it was legal here, but yeah, they were smoking marijuana behind a restaurant in the parking lot. And so the police officer in question approaches them, and the guy says, well, to be honest, we do smoke marijuana, but we don't smoke it in parking lots. And then he said, well then, can you give me the address where you're going to be smoking it later? It was getting kind of dark, and the guy was wearing sunglasses, and I just sang, I wear my sunglasses in the night. And the police officer came back to the car and said, he asked the guy, do you think you're Corey Hart? Which, if you don't know, is the singer of the song, I Wear My Sunglasses in the Night. So, let's see, he also trespassed some people from the store Ulta, which I had never heard of, because they were shoplifting. And the employees had decided to lock them inside the store, which apparently is not wise, but that's what they did. And waited for the police to show up. All right, I'm trying to read everyone's funny comments. Or maybe not funny comments, I don't know. Barbie says, I'd like to report a theft. All my drugs were stolen. Was it 22 pounds, little piece? Oh, I had a Social Security scammer call yesterday, but they were so quiet. I kept asking them to turn up the volume, and they just gave up and hung up on me. I was so sad because I haven't had one of those in a while. And I have a relative that recently started to fall for that until their wife came in and said, you are being scammed, hang up the phone. And it's someone I would never imagine would fall for that kind of thing. So yeah, and she also could not believe that that he fell for it. So you never know. He's not old. He's usually not dumb. She called me and said, I have the funniest story for you. And then as soon as she started telling me, like, I was laying on the bed and I was like medicated after having a dental thing done, and she heard her husband yell, I don't even know what cocaine looks like. So she knew he was on the phone, but at first she thought it was a business call till he yelled that, and then she realized, oh my gosh. So yeah, I knew right away, oh, Social Security scammers. So yeah, I guess it's wise that we share scams with everybody of all ages, because you just never know when someone will have an off day for some reason and fall for it. Yeah, I've heard that cocaine looks like powdered sugar. So Carmen braided my hair for me. So the first time she braided my hair since I cut it. So Little tiny French braid. Warranty scammers. I've had quite a variety of scam calls this week. Like the, free stay at the Marriott. Multiple Medicare scams. The last one that called said, I didn't record that one because Sabrina was on my phone. He said he was from the Orthopedic Medical Center in Florida. And I wasn't even messing with him that bad. And he says, are you on social media? He actually gave me his Twitter account. I meant to post that to you guys. So he was telling me to follow him. And he doesn't look like he's been on Twitter all that long. But Tim, you forgot that you're a mod? Did you have to use your powers just now? And I did have some sort of warranty scam call this week too. So Carmen just started or not Carmen, but Sabrina just started online kindergarten, and it's hard. Like if she were in a classroom, she would realize, okay, I'm at school and this is what I do when I'm at school, but she's used to home being a free-for-all, especially since the pandemic. So it starts with a Zoom thing, and then afterwards we're supposed to look at what activities she's supposed to do. And when Zoom's over, she's like, okay, I want to go watch a show. And no, you can't watch a show right now. And then she gets mad at me, and I'm meaning to make a video about that too. Goat says, I keep getting car insurance calls. What's funny is I have no car and I've never had a driver's license. You should definitely go for the insurance. This won't scroll. So has there been any buffering at all? So my tablet is usually a lot of buffering when I live stream with that. Leah, you found heroin while landscaping for a preschool? Oh, that's nice. Oh, in San Francisco. Oh, bye, Queen Bean. Thanks for visiting with me. This screen is smaller. It's really hard to read the comments. Maybe I should just get a huge tablet or something. I don't want to. Well, it appears I'm not going to be able to read everything. I haven't eaten dinner yet. Hi, Adam. I just had a little bit of brownie is all. I should probably eat something real. Like, I wanted to go to Costco earlier, but the smoke is so bad. So my dad actually stopped by. He added some milk to his grocery order. He does a pickup at Fred Meyer where he doesn't have to go inside, and we get milk so often. He just said, hey, we'll add some milk and I'll drop it by, and then we get to see him. But as soon as I went outside to get the milk from him, oh, the smoke was so bad. So thanks, Leah. So I didn't really get to visit with my dad much. I'd like to go for a walk, but no. Washington just needs to do what it does best, which is to rain a lot. We need some good pouring rain. That'll solve a lot of problems that are going on. Goat, you're not sure how to play it yet? Oh, good night, Marianne. Hi, Priscilla. Oh, I haven't seen you in a long time. How are you doing? I'm glad to hear there's no buffering with this. So, one funny thing I wanted to point out, like, I don't know if you all saw my video with the scammer who sang to me that he wanted to take me to the candy shop. He got super nasty. So it's funny when they insult you, they still call you ma'am. He was being so awful. It's like, I want to blink you, ma'am. I want to blink you, ma'am. You guys need to go to insult school. You're not good at it. Yeah, the lollipop thing. I didn't even know that was a real song. They're so dumb. Yeah, normally I would hang up on disgusting people, but not if I think they're gonna talk to an elderly person and rip them off. So I just put up with the verbal abuse. And Heather says, you get them to still call you ma'am. Yes, he was still calling me ma'am. Surely, more songs from Les Mis. That'd be fun. So I wonder how many subscribers I've lost since I started this live stream. I can't look at it right now, but I had less than 20 away till 25,000. And people are still plenty of people who surprisingly think that the Cuties movie is somehow a good thing. So that's all right. But yeah, when I hit 25,000, I'll have to do something extra fun if I can. It's just gotten very difficult because so I was going to have Sabrina do online school on the iPad my sister-in-law gave us when she sold her business, but the operating system is old now and it doesn't work with the program they use called Seesaw. So it's no longer compatible with it for some things. So I have her doing Zoom and stuff on my computer, which makes it hard to edit and stuff. She does have like an hour-long lunch break. But, you know, typically I would be feeding her lunch. So, oh, someone asked earlier what Jared's going to study. He plans on doing music. This is plan for now. So he hasn't started yet. He's going to be doing online school too, which will make choir interesting. So yeah, two of our boys, they have to do Zoom choir, and we've been doing that for my choir, and it is a disaster. It's like, it's comical. Thanks, Drop Bear. Jen says, I'm surprised you're not at 100,000 subs. I don't know, it might be because I do a variety of things, and some people, they subscribe for some of my other videos and not for scam videos, and vice versa. And a lot of people have said, well, you should just stick to one kind of thing. But I want to do a variety of things, but I also feel like I can't manage multiple channels because you got to do like marketing for each one, and I'm already pulled in a bunch of different directions. So uh, I'm okay with slower growth. But I think because I do a variety of things, it's not getting recommended as much because um, what affects whether you're recommended is whether people see your thumbnail and decide to click on it or not. So that's called I think the click-through rate. So I think my click-through rate is, I think it's kind of low. I don't know. And also another thing that affects whether your videos are recommended is if people watch all or most of the video. So if they watch it for just a little bit and then leave, then that tells YouTube's algorithm this isn't really a video worth watching. So there have been some videos that I've been really proud of that I worked really extra hard on, and they just didn't get many views at all. So before Adpocalypse, I had a lot more views on my videos, and things just changed. So that was unfortunate. Thanks, little piece. That's how I feel. The thing is, if you just do one type of video, you start to get burnt out, and I don't like when I have scam conversations. Good night, DJ. I don't want to like do the same thing repeatedly and have people feel like, she doesn't have any new material. So. Oh yeah, Leah, I've watched some Atomic Shrimp. He's entertaining. And I like it when other scam baiters do different types of videos because I just like to learn more about them. What's funny is Adam, who you know as IREX Scammers, there was a time where he made a video where he made some kind of stew or chili. I think it was stew. And I was excited. Oh, look, he's cooking. I love this. But he said he deleted it because so many, I think a lot of people made negative comments, or he got a bunch of thumbs down for it. Because some people, they just want the scam baiting and they don't like it if you do anything else. But one thing I've noticed is I usually get fewer thumbs down on my non-scam baiting videos, which makes me more suspicious that it is scammers giving me thumbs down. Oh, Shirley says, I'd love to see a video for tricks and tips on how to keep a scammer on the phone. My daughter and I are having a contest. That's a fun idea. I mean, sometimes some of them start to get smarter. Walking away and saying you have to go to the bathroom doesn't always work. I've gotten hung up on a few times doing that. Hi, Stone Wolf, how are you? My favorite way to stall tech support scammers is telling them that my computer is doing a Windows update or just being really slow. So if they're claiming that there's a hacker on your computer, well, you know, that can cause problems. And they can't really claim there isn't anything going wrong with your computer, because, you know, that would be suspicious if they said, no, your computer should be running fine. Because, you know, there's a hacker on there. So oh, where's Jamie? I didn't see Jamie come in. Jen says, scammers watch a lot of scam baiting vids. I think they're hoping to hear themselves and their coworkers. Yeah, it makes you wonder if they watch them together and they have a laugh. Jamie, where are you? Thanks, Random Reviews. I really enjoy messing with them, and lots of times it's really the scammer that kind of makes the video, just because you never know what kind of personality they're gonna have. I hate the ones that hang up over and over again. They're boring. So I'm always forgetting that my friend Jen, one of my friends from high school, she got married on September 11th, and I was her matron of honor. And I've still, hi Jamie, yes, we did discuss how I canceled Netflix yesterday due to the movie they're streaming called Cuties, and many people have canceled. Many of my friends have canceled now. My sister, people just feel like they need to take a stand. Oh, thanks, Barbie. I love doing different voices. It's fun. Hey, Art Lady. Oh, thank you. It's good to see you, Jamie. Hi, Charlahan. All right, I'm trying to figure out what I was just talking about. Okay, I was talking about scammers, watching Scambait videos. Hi, say it ain't so. Yes, lots of LDS people are saying bye-bye to Netflix. That is true. Nate says it could be neat to see what voices you can do. Oh yeah, that's right. I was starting to talk about my friends. Well, I was talking about my friend's wedding and how I was the matron of honor, and all right, so she planned her wedding for quite a long time. It was gonna be about 9 months until she got married, and we were supposed to go shopping with the other the maids of honor, and those girls they're like athletes and they have really nice bodies. So they wanted us to wear matching dresses, and so they kept picking out things that were like backless and stuff. And I said no. And I told my friend, I'm trying to get pregnant, and there's a good chance that I will be pregnant at your wedding. And that's exactly what happened. And it was kind of a miracle that I was there, because I kept going into preterm labor due to an infection that I had. Luckily that was found, but I've been told how I looked in the photos and never saw it. So the girls were telling me, you'll look good in the dress with, backless and everything, and I'm like, you can't wear a bra. No, I'm not doing that. And so we decided I would buy matching material, and then if I was pregnant, then I'd have a maternity dress made. That's exactly what happened. And then there was a girl who was going to come over and do our hair and makeup and stuff, and all this girl did was put my hair in a banana clip, and it didn't even look good. So we spent the night at someone's house, and the girl came over early in the morning, and here I am 9 months pregnant. This girl was not even joking when she handed me the nail polish and said, "Here, paint your toenails." Like, I haven't seen my toenails in a long time. And my feet were so swollen I could hardly walk. So this was in a Catholic church where there were some steps going up, and we were supposed to like stand on the steps, and I actually almost fell over as I was just going up a couple of the steps. I also sang, and my friend's dad, she was so terrified that the wedding was going to be called off because the, I don't remember what you call this lady, the lady in charge of the coordinating of the wedding, she said if anyone in the wedding party shows up drunk, the wedding is off. So no drinking the night before, and her dad's an alcoholic. I've hung out with them for, no, she's not really a wedding planner. She's kind of just the lady in charge at the church. Yeah, we spent like a weekend with her dad, and he just drinks, smokes, and we watched him kind of passing out over and over again, and then go, "What is that?" Like there's some kids blowing a whistle outside. And then we watched Ernest Scared Stupid, and he thought it was the most hilarious thing ever. And he kept saying, "This should win an Emmy. This should win an Emmy." And so when I sang at, I think this was at the rehearsal. When I sang their song at the rehearsal, her dad told me I had the most beautiful voice he's ever heard, and I was really touched at first. And then I thought, wait, he thought Ernest Scared Stupid was the greatest movie ever. I don't know, Leah. So, Jen had to tell her brother to keep an eye on her dad and to make sure that he did not drink before the wedding. So I think lots of people just, they show up hungover. I don't know. So, oh, and then because I was matron of honor, I was supposed to give a speech. And this is funny because public speaking actually terrifies me. And I told my friend Anne that one time, and she goes, "Have you ever met yourself? You have a YouTube channel?" I said, "That's different. I don't have a crowd in front of me right now, and when I make videos, I can edit, I can get everything to my liking. It's a lot different when there are people staring at you." So you guys might be staring at me, or you might be knitting. I don't know. So I ended up doing just kind of an impromptu speech and just talked about how we met, which is we became friends because our chemistry teacher kept mixing us up. He would point at me and call me by her name and vice versa. And so one day we just went up to each other and laughed and said, "Why can't he get our names right?" He would point at me and go, "Jennifer." And I would look around like, where is Jennifer? He was interesting. So, yeah, I kind of told that story. And my ankles were so swollen. I ended up leaving kind of early because I was afraid I wouldn't be able to drive because I couldn't bend my feet. So, yeah, it must be kind of, I don't know, lame to have an anniversary or something on September 11th, but I think as Time goes on. So, hi Jay, how are you? Oh, so my friend Jen and I, one time we made a video. I think it's called That Time I Stormed the Gate. You guys should you should watch that. I'm not going to retell the whole thing right here, but we always talk about it because it makes us laugh. Hi, Brainstorm. Yeah, Drop Bear, the end of pregnancy is, yeah, really hard. And I feel really bad for pregnant women right now because they have to wear a mask while they're in labor. That would not work for me because I throw up while I'm in labor, so no. Never. Heather says, I'll be getting my second Rocky-themed tat hopefully on the 24th. Do you mean Rocky as in Sylvester Stallone, or do you mean Rocky like Rocky and Bullwinkle? Those are like two very different things. Oh, so back to the wedding. Was this her uncle? Dude comes, so here are the bridesmaids, and they're wearing their backless dresses. Yeah, that would not have worked pregnant at all. He comes up to me and he asks me, "Hey, are those girls wearing bras?" Gross! Sea Cruise, who should become ordained? Me? Oh, Heather, Rocky Horror. Yeah, that's, did I say horror or did I accidentally say whore? Sorry. Okay. Sorry if I said that. I also have a whole video. I think it's called I Gold Medaled in Labor. I was in labor with Jared for a week. That's a long story, and it makes me angry. And Eric was 10.5 hours, which was much better, but he was actually headbutting me. And when he came out, he looked like he had been mugged. And yes, Brainstorm, it is a very long story. I didn't tell the whole story in that video, actually. Marilyn says, I go braless every day, can't stand bras. Yeah, I can't really go around like that. Jen, you met Tim Curry? He kissed your forehead? Oh my gosh. My favorite episode of Psych is the one with Tim Curry. Have you seen it? Hi, Sailor Moon Eternal / Phil. It's like a parody of American Idol, only it's American duos. And Tim Curry is the mean judge. He's like the Simon Cowell. Jen, you've never watched Psych? Nuh-uh. You have to watch it. It's such a good show. Okay, start with the Tim Curry one. It is so funny. So, we're always quoting it. So, he ends up in, so the main character is named Sean. He ends up wearing Sean's dad's robe. And Sean's dad gets home and he's yelling at him to take his robe off. And Tim Curry is like, I steadfastly refuse. This is the most opulent robe I've ever had the pleasure of wearing. And he says, I feel like an angel baby wrapped up in a cocoon of cloud candy. I just spat, sorry. So whenever we talk about our robes now, we always say that they're opulent because of Tim Curry. Jen, do you have Prime? Oh my, you're gonna have the most fun watching Psych. Oh, and there's one where the beginning actually had me crying with laughter. We'll have to talk about this by private message or something. Um, I don't want to give it away. They super screwed up the crime scene. Sometimes I'll watch it just to watch that scene because it is so funny. So, the show is about this guy. His dad is a cop, and his dad has drilled it into him his whole life to be super observant. And he's got like, I guess, photographic memory too. And he's able to like fake being a psychic because of like everything he notices. And it wasn't something he was planning on doing, but he was like calling in tips. He would notice something on the news, and he would call and he would say, "Hey, that guy, he's the one who did it," and it would turn out it was true. And at one point, they started to suspect that he was in on some things, and so to get out of trouble, he said, "Oh, I'm actually a psychic." So then he has to keep up the lie forever. But yeah, it's a really good show. I think you'll like it, Jen. IT Crowd is also funny, but that's on Netflix, and now I can't watch it anymore. Well, the account is paid for to the end of the month, so we can still watch Netflix for a little longer, and then we'll have to say goodbye to everything. So hopefully I can buy IT Crowd digitally, or I can't even talk. Digitally. Oh, Pinky and the Brain. That sounds familiar. What is your favorite episode of IT Crowd, Leah? My friend showed me the one, The Haunting of Bill Krause, and yeah, I was crying with laughter. It was so, so funny. Again, I don't want to give anything away. The calendar one was really funny, but Art Lady, yes, they did screw up. I'm so disappointed in Netflix, and even if they sent a huge apology tomorrow and begged everyone to come back, I don't think I could. That's just so yeah, they crossed a big line for me. Yeah, I mean, scammers make me mad, but stuff that exploits children makes me probably 10 times more angry. So, yeah. Let's see, what else do I like? Oh, I love the Eurovision movie. It really makes me laugh, and that's a Netflix original, so I'll also be saying goodbye to that. Unless they decide to sell it on DVD or something like that, which I don't know if they do with any Netflix things. I haven't watched it lately, but I thought Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt was funny. That's true, Drop Bear. Some things can't be apologized for. Oh, Shirley, what other YouTube channels do I like? There's this British couple. Hang on, I gotta move for a second. Oh my gosh, this stool is so awful. Oh, jeez. I stick to it. There's this channel called LadBaby, and it's not a fancy channel. It's just like a British couple who lots of times they either play pranks on each other, or they the dad comes up with hacks and that sort of thing, comes up with different ways to to do things, and I don't think they even do custom thumbnails or anything like that. So if you go watch videos and read articles on how to have a successful YouTube channel, it has all of these things like your thumbnails have to look really good and the blah blah blah. But really what it boils down to really is the content. If you have good content, people will share it. And they usually film everything vertical too. So they don't do everything, you know, correctly, but they're funny, and Roxanne's laugh is just, it's hilarious. So the first video I saw by them, so he is the biggest prankster, and he deserved this. So she got his car wrapped. Yes, sausage rolls, Marilyn. She got his car wrapped with her face all over it and hearts. And yeah, baby. So they, oh no, it was yes, mate. She's always like, yes, mate. There's a cute one when she's pregnant and they're having it's like super snowy, and he pulls her, I think, to McDonald's or something on an inner tube. And then of course he gets back at her and he wraps her car, and he's obsessed with sausage rolls. And so on top of her car it says sausage roll drop-off point. And they actually they did they had a song that was like #1 in the UK. And they did it to raise money for a charity, actually. And, you know, it was, we built this city on sausage rolls. And I actually found a place nearby that actually sells sausage rolls. And I don't know if it's as good as the ones in the UK, but if I ever go to the UK, I will definitely get sausage rolls. So, oh, they've done things like she has like waxed all his body hair. And it brings her so much joy. He will hide every single pair of shoes except for whatever he bought for her, and then she has to like go out in public wearing the shoes. Oh, good night, little piece. Thanks for coming. Yeah, they're really funny, and I haven't really watched all their videos lately because at the beginning of the pandemic, I thought, I'm going to save some of these for later, for when I really need it. For if I feel like it's just getting harder and harder to laugh. Yeah, fish slippers. Hi, P. Hines. How are you doing? Oh, let's see. Who else do I watch? I'm like drawing a blank right now. I mean, besides Scambaiters, I follow lots of Scambaiters. But what are they called? They have videos like I mom so hard. They did a hilarious video about Spanx, another hilarious video about bathing suits. They're really funny. It's like two ladies who just, obviously they've been friends for a very long time. Fall of Civilizations. I haven't heard of that one. Who am I watching lately? Lots of times lately I've just been keeping up with what's going on in the world. My Neighbor Billy, you know, I haven't heard of that. I forget the mom's name, which is the name of the channel, but I love Roman's Cooking Corner. I haven't seen anything new from them, but he's the cute little boy who cooks, and He's so sweet. He'll say like, sugar, please. Thank you. It just warms your heart, you know? G-Man has been floating around on Scammer Payback. Are they collabing? Is that what you mean? Yeah, say, let's see. Yeah, Drop Bear. When I was sick last year, I actually stepped away from all news as much as humanly possible because I had to just lower my stress as much as I could. And yeah, Penguin, I saw that. That was so funny. There's a toddler that tries to eat all the ingredients, and it's hilarious. I had to send it to my mom the other day in hopes it would make her laugh. Um, anyway, I stayed away from politics as much as humanly possible, and the only reason I even knew that the pandemic was happening was because I was in a parenting support group because of stressful things with kids. And someone in Italy said, my town is a ghost town now because of this virus, blah, blah, blah. And I thought, wait, what? How have I not heard about this? And this was like the week of my birthday. And that's when I went on my birthday to Costco, and I didn't buy, I wasn't hoarding anything, but I had like, they had everything on my birthday. And then the day after my birthday was when everything went crazy. And one of my friends tagged me and said, remember on Sarah's birthday when Costco had all the things? Like they had cleaning wipes and laundry detergent and toilet paper and paper towels, everything. And it was like the greatest birthday gift I ever gave myself. I still haven't been able to find cleaning wipes. I heard that Costco has I think their own brand now, maybe. But yeah, they haven't had the Clorox wipes for a long time. And even cleaning products are difficult to find at Fred Meyer, just like bleach spray and that sort of thing. So it's been pretty ridiculous. G-Man lives 20 minutes away from you? That's cool. So, and I like, sometimes I like watching videos where I hear differing people's political perspectives. I try to have an open mind about things, and a lot of people make politics their religion, and that gets on my nerves. And they defend their favorite politician no matter what they've done. And yeah, I can't. Hi, Samantha. Yeah, I'm voting for Jesus. Last night my friend came over. I'm like, I wish the Lord would come back and burn everything already. Oh, yeah. Heather, it's going to be interesting. She says, I'm waiting for fall when everyone gets sick because they've been bleaching and sanitizing and killing all germs, even the good ones. Yeah, I haven't cleaned my house like crazy during this. Just for one, because I knew we weren't going to have access to supplies much. And I just, well, we weren't really going much anywhere. So I thought, well, won't really have to worry about giving coronavirus to ourselves when we haven't been anywhere. I think a lot of people have gotten rather OCD over it, and I've calmed down a lot in regards to the virus. At first, I was kind of afraid to get the mail or open packages, but now that time has passed and we haven't gotten anything, I'm not as worried. So I'm still very careful, as you know, wash my hands before I go to the store, and hi G-Man, and of course wear a mask and all that, just in case I am carrying something. But yeah, so we got another letter from my son Eric, and say it ain't so, you worked in FF. What's FF? I feel like I should know what that is. I need to know what FF is. Okay, so the difficult, it's like there's so much stuff I want to share about Eric, but the military cautions us not to give certain details away that the enemy might want, and you might just give away a piece of the puzzle or something. So I don't know. I will say, so he's used to the climate here, and where he's training, it is so hot and humid, and he hates it. He hates it there so much. He says he's happy for us that we can't come to his graduation. So with coronavirus, families can't come down for graduation and have the family days and stuff. We probably couldn't afford to do that anyway. I guess I'm kind of grateful that I don't have to worry about that and stressing out about how we're going to be able to afford to go. So since they're all, yeah, so they have to wear their masks while they're training. That's horrible. And there's this place where we can download photos of them, but we're not supposed to share them. We're not supposed to share them on any social media. It's just for our own personal use. And so that's kind of a bummer, because it's fun to see them in action, and they have no guarantees that they will have a photo of your kid. So you just have to go through this folder, and it makes it more difficult because not only are they wearing the same thing, they all have masks on too. And then you feel like a loser mom because you're like, is that my son? So, and then he got to call on Saturday, and which was great because the first time he got to call, it was like 4 o'clock in the afternoon and I wasn't home. And so I was worried that they would keep having him call during a weekday. So yeah, he called on Saturday and everyone was home except for Andrew. And yeah, he sounded really happy because they got to call because they had won some sort of competition or something. So he was sounding pretty pumped. And coronavirus has like screwed up the mail already, and then as you know, there's like other things going on with the mail. So if he is having a hard time, typically we're not going to know about it till like 2 weeks later. So yeah, his first letter took 2 weeks to get to us, and then our mail takes even longer to get to him because it has to be sorted once it gets to the base. So yeah. Heather says, I hate when my imaginary computer gets a virus. So he's doing pretty great for the most part, at least as far as I know. And my favorite part is just, you know, people don't write letters anymore, and we've never had an occasion that has involved him writing to me. So I wasn't sure what the letters were going to be like, but they're like 20 pages long. So I love that. I love that he includes lots of details, and he's not usually like super talkative and stuff, like verbally. So I wasn't expecting the letters to be so long. So those are going to be treasures. And my grandma used to do things like she would make some digital scrapbooks with letters between my grandpa and my uncle when my uncle was on his mission and stuff. And those are really wonderful to have. So so there are positives to it. And there's some moments, things that he says where we're laughing, like, we tried to tell you that's how things were gonna be. Don't listen to us, we're just your parents. Hi, Peter. Leah says, my son is the opposite. I'm so envious. I can barely get a grunt out of him via text. Shirley says, my son told me he was playing poker the whole time he was in Afghanistan. Took me a while to figure out he was lying. What was he really doing? My brother went to Afghanistan, and it was so boring. Like, my fear for him was he is gonna die of boredom. And the food was horrible, and he's a foodie. So at one point he took a cargo container and he made it into a smoker, and he smoked an entire lamb. And that was very amusing to us. Of course, that's not something he did every day. And then Thanksgiving came, and they were offered processed turkey loaf. So he decided he would rather eat whatever local food was offered rather than horrible. Oh, thanks, Melly. How are you doing? Yeah, so usually we have Thanksgiving. My brother cooks, and it's amazing. He is a really, really good cook. And I've already been like emailing my brother and my sister going, how are we gonna make Thanksgiving work? Like, my brother's hours away. My sister's not that far away from me, but my parents are being, of course, very, very careful. We want to be able to bring them Thanksgiving dinner, but it's going to be cold. I was thinking, what if we got like one of those tents they use for weddings, and we got like an outdoor heater. We can just kind of hang out at my, well, but then someone needs to go to the bathroom eventually. I don't know how to make this work, but it just feels like it's going to be the most depressing Thanksgiving ever. So I don't know. But we need to plan in advance, because we at least have to bring food to my parents somehow. Then of course Christmas sounds really fun. And we're not in like super tight lockdown anymore, but we definitely can't have like a big Thanksgiving gathering. It could also be that, oh, maybe my brother will go somewhere. Oh, Peter, where are you located? Curfew is 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. Heather says we should get a tent and a porta potty. Wait, Deo, you make Guatemalan tamales? I want some. Well, I should probably go rejoin my family and make Sabrina brush her teeth if she hasn't already. She's still on a weird schedule. My husband was just fixing one of the toilets earlier. And of course, one of the parts is wrong and he had to go back to the store. Nothing is ever fixed in this house without extra trips to Home Depot. And thank goodness it's not that far away. Whenever my parents have to fix something, Home Depot's like an hour away from them. Maybe not quite an hour, but it's definitely not convenient. Yeah, you gotta love Home Depot because it's kind of the only place to go to. Well, thanks so much for visiting with me. I would have liked to make I don't know, an actual video about what I wanted to talk about. But it just wasn't working out. So, and it's good to talk to people who feel the same way. I know lots of people feel the same way, but it's good to see that it's not just my little circle of friends on Facebook. Oh, thanks so much for coming, G-Man. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Hopefully I'll have a funny video soon. I just have to figure out how to clear space on my iPhone. I don't know what the deal is. Okay, good night. Thanks again for the super chats.